Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to read an article entitled Cooking Indonesia's Interest in the South China Sea, published on 26 June 2020, written by Aristio Rizka Darmawan and Ari Afriansah from University of Indonesia. In June, 4 years after the Hajj 2016 South China Sea Tribunal ruling, Indonesia put forward a formal diplomatic note for the UN. This one in response to Malaysia's 2019 continental self-submission, the objective to China maritime claims in the South China Sea, including the area bounded by China's 9-dash line. It said that Indonesia is not bound by any claims made by contraventions to international law. While this is not the first time Indonesia has objected to the 9-dash line, the diplomatic note demonstrates Indonesia's shifting attitude towards the Hague ruling in 2016. Indonesia neither positively acknowledged the rule nor opposed its findings. Indonesia prefers a neutral stance. Indonesia is now choosing to candidly advance its interests. First, to show its objections to China's 9-dash line claim. Second, to ensure that it does not acquiesce to any claim contrary to international law which may affect its interests. Indeed, 4 years after the ruling, Indonesia's dispute with China in the South China Sea are ongoing. But does the ruling hold any significance for Indonesia? The tribunal ruling does not have an immediate legal impact on Indonesia. Indonesia is not a claimant by the South China Sea. Further, the ruling is not binding. It territorially only binds the Philippines and China as parties to the tribunal. Indonesia's interest in the South China Sea remains the same. It seeks to maintain peace and security in the South China Sea and the broader region. Indonesia still emphasizes the need for peaceful dispute resolutions based on international law, but the dispute resolutions based on the international law. But the ruling has renewed Indonesia's focus on securing, and it includes Exclusive Economic Zone or EEZ. This has influenced its stronger response to Chinese fishing vessels operating in the North Natuna Sea. There is often tensions over an overlapping area between Indonesia's legitimate EEZ and China's 9-dash line. In 2016, Chinese fishing vessels entering Indonesia's EEZ in the North Natuna Sea were confronted by the Indonesian Navy. In January 2020, another incident arose when Chinese fishing vessels were escorted by China's Coast Guard into the North Natuna Sea. On both occasions, Indonesia sent a diplomatic protest to Beijing and increased patrols in the North Natuna Sea to show a firm stance on its claim. The Hague ruling in this regard benefits Indonesia because the tribunal stipulated that the 9-dash line is illegal under the UN Conventions on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS. It reaffirms the Indonesian's policy of territorial enforcement over its EEZ in every incident with China in the North Natuna Sea. Still, some analysts consider that Indonesia has demonstrated an underwhelming response to the tribunal award and findings. Indonesia could do more in response to the tribunal award by pushing the ruling to be officially included in ASEAN's related or Indonesian foreign policy statement. The Indonesian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has stated Indonesia's positions on the tribunal award in relatively neutral terms without directly. The Indonesian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has stated Indonesia's position on the tribunal award in relatively neutral terms without directly referencing it. Indonesia calls on all parties to exercise restraint, refrain from escalatory activities, and secure Southeast Asia from military activities that could threaten peace and stability. It notes that parties should respect international law, including UNCLOS. Indonesia calls on all parties to continue to uphold peace, to exhibit friendship and cooperate, and to conduct their activities according to agreed upon principle. It continued to push for a peaceful, free, and neutral zone in Southeast Asia to further strengthen the ASEAN political and security community. And finally, Indonesia urges all claimants to continue peaceful negotiations on overlapping sovereignty claims in the South China Sea according to international law. Given China's escalatory activations towards other Southeast Asian nations in the U.S.-China Sea, Indonesia could have used the tribunal momentum to build a cooperative agenda with neighboring states. For instance, China Coast Guard recently sunk a Vietnamese fishing vessels, and China's oil drilling operation within the 9-dash line have been a source of frictions between China and Malaysia. Indonesia, Malaysia, and Vietnam share a common threat to their maritime security and object to the 9-dash line. This common ground should be leveraged by the three countries to build cooperations for sharing information on involving security threats and sustaining coordinated maritime patrols in the region. Although Indonesia is not claimant in the South China Sea dispute, it benefits from the international tribute ruling. Indonesia has an important stake in ensuring maritime security in the region while working with other Southeast Asian nations to maintain peace and stability. Indonesia has an important stake in ensuring maritime security in the region while working with other Southeast Asian nations to maintain peace and stability. Indonesia should explore avenues for cooperation between countries that have common position towards UNCLOS and its applications in the region. So that's all the article. Bye bye and see you on my next video.